All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after a short break. The World Pickleball Championships here. We're going live for the next matchup. Lucy Kovalova, Matt Wright, squaring off against the Newmans, Riley and Lindsey. This is going to be an awesome matchup. I think that we're going to see a lot of fun points go back and forth. It's going to be a lot of match. A lot of the match is going to be just breaking down each other's games here. Looking for little windows to execute some strategies. I think the Newmans are going to do what they always do. They're going to play strong, disciplined, balanced offense and defense. You've got Lucy and Matt, power game, soft game, know each other's game really well. They'll be looking to stack the whole time. Lucy on the strong side, Matt on the dark side. And Lindsey and Riley don't stack unless throughout the match they feel like they need to, and then they will stack. Little known fact, Lindsey told me she still hasn't missed a serve, or I believe, or a return this whole tournament, which is quite impressive because she's played singles, ladies singles, mixed doubles, and women's doubles, and has yet to miss a serve or a return. So that's pretty fantastic information there. 1-0-2. Matt choosing to drop that ball cross court. Great defense by Lucy Kovalova there. Too good by Matt right there. He worked the point to the middle, and then he flicked the ball back out there to the line. And Riley normally has no problem getting to that ball, but I think he was just a slight bit behind it. Matt doing a good job of disguising it. Just good enough. Oh, boy, that's so good. She ripped on the ball, and Riley able to get it with his two hand and put it right up into the chest of Matt Wright.
Yeah. Got it to where there's no chance he was going to be able to get that ball.
Not even said, wow, that was good. Like, really good. And because he said he told Lucy he lost it, too, when it came across. So he was trying to tag Matt again, but Matt's quicker than you would think, and he's not going to get hit more than once probably. It's rare that he ever does get hit, but occasionally he'll get tagged like that. But he was able to get out of the way of that one. Oh, man. Lucy and look at that. He got it. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Lucy scooting over for Matt to. Okay, Lindsey went and protected it. Look at this point. Oh, my gosh. I always get so nervous watching those points develop because you don't know when that point's going to actually end, and so you're just on pins and needles waiting for that execution right there. And Lucy able to get the upper hand. Incredible. Early lead for Kovalova and Wright, 3-0. Yeah. So Matt recognizing that ball got lifted a little bit, and he wasted no time coming over and cleaning up that mess. Great job by Matt right there. 3-0-1.
Oh, I guess we had that score incorrect there. Sorry about that, guys. That's on me.
All right, they're on the board. The Newmans have put one up there on the scoreboard. We'll see if they can get a couple more here. or if Matt and Lucy have other plans. I love how low Lucy gets. We talked about this yesterday, but she's got a very distinct style in the way she plays. And oh, there's Matt coming over and getting involved. So he just mixes up the cadence. He mixes up that rhythm and cadence. Didn't work out in their favor that time, but I just like how he does that. He comes over and kind of breaks up that monotony of that cross-court dinking. Takes it back cross-court to Lindsey's backhand there. So, all right, it's 2-3-1. Oh, what defense by Riley Newman right there. When he decides he's going to take over and just end the point, like it's like he just knows he's going to do whatever it takes to get it done, and Lindsey just has his back. Oh, what a drop by Riley Newman there. I tell you, though, the one thing is the Newman sometimes occasionally will lift that ball to the middle, and Matt just gobbles it up. It just doesn't. They don't have a chance to even get.
There's no chance at all. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no defense on that. He just slaps it and puts it away. Close match here early. It's 3-3.
A little bit wide there.
Well, that was great. That was a great forced error by Lindsey because she forced it because she hit it to his backhand when he was kind of leaning middle more. She recognized she was leaning to the middle.
We got our friend Hollywood Hostler in the booth back with us
Hollywood.
again here. Hollywood, how you doing?
Hey, welcome there, Eddie and Golden Boy. Good to be back with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Seems like we were just here not too long ago.
It feels like just about midnight last night. We were all three sitting right here in this exact spot.
Just a few hours ago, it seems like.
I don't want to bring up any rain in the forecast, but have we checked the weather lately? It's looking a little more
I'll check with the truck here.
ominous. We're going to let Eddie check the weather, take a quick break. Me and Hollywood are going to take over the reins. We're checking with the weather truck right now, and it looks to be clear skies, overcast, of course, but no rain in the forecast from the next couple hours at least. In Florida, it can change. Isn't that right, Hollywood?
Certainly can. We've experienced that the last couple of days. Very unusual weather we've had, but so far so good today. And another opportunity to just watch some great pickleball. This is a great point going on right now. Wow.
Matt wants that one back. I think it's pretty rare that when he poaches, he usually doesn't miss that. It clipped the net, just went wide on him, but that was credit to the Newmans for staying in that point long enough to make him mess up that shot. So. Oh, Riley there to bail her out. She went for that Ernie, but Lucy's smart, recognizing that she was going to go for that Ernie. Knows their game. And Lindsey just,
nice
I mean, do you see that? She just squats down and she just takes it and volleyball spikes it past everybody. It's incredible to watch that. Not many people do it with that type of smoothness. She makes it look good.
Oh, well, that's a nice shot there. Just a really good angle. And, again, you don't have to have so much power in this sport. Just the angles are every bit as important as the power.
Yeah, I mean, the power doesn't hurt, but you're right. The angles are where you're going to really keep the opponent from even putting a paddle on the ball. Man, I love the defense from the Newmans. They just take their time. They're not in a hurry to get up to the kitchen. Matt's bringing everything in the kitchen sink at him, and he was successful in winning that one, but I guess the point is the Newmans make you work for every point. They don't just give you hardly any easy things to take
they
points.
Do. Now we're
put
getting
on
a
the board.
signal that they're going to switch right after the return of serve. There it comes.
Yeah, and
Trying to mix it up a little bit.
it's pretty interesting because it's like they shade Riley's backhand to the middle and let Lindsey's backhand stay out to the back corner over there on the left side. And it seems to work for him. But Matt actually drove that to the forehand of Lindsey.
That was a really nice drive, about 1 inch over the net with a lot of power and top spin.
Yeah, successful with that. I think Matt, it's just rare that he misses those, but again, the Newman's just keeping the ball low and unattackable.
Caught him off guard just a little bit. It was a really quick two-handed backhand, which was unusual to have that much power
Yeah,
from that close to the net.
Flicked it quick there.
There again, but it was Lucy was ready.
Oh,
for
nice
it.
lob. That's a great lob.
Wow.
Probably one of the best lobs I've seen all weekend. It had height and some pace, but it was going to drop in also, and that's why Lucy had to hit that. Just clipped off the top of the net court. I mean, the paddle. Sorry, not the net court. We're seeing some patterns and trends start to develop here. Matt obviously looking to take over in that middle and just get his paddle on every ball that he can. Similar to Ben Johns in that respect. The Newmans go about it a little different. They cater to their backhand. So where in traditional pickleball the guy's going to be on the left side more and stacking, they like to put Riley on the right side and have his backhand in the middle just because I think he's so long he can recover to the forehand side easier than, say, Lindsey. And that also gives Riley the ability to poach with his backhand and put stuff away. So pretty interesting.
Well, and Riley's pretty tall. He's got a big wingspan, and he can cover a lot of court. And their strategy is just to have Riley handle the majority of the court. And then Lindsey intimidates him by doing that Ernie move.
Yep. And that's an actual game plan that they have going into matches. Like, they try to isolate one of the players.
Just missed a little bit long. Riley asked the official, and thanks to Ed out there for officiating and refereeing this match.
I got to tell you, that was really close. Even from over here, it was really close.
Yeah, it was definitely close. Even on the replay, it was a little too hard to tell exactly.
Getting just a little bit of a breeze here, so it's going against Matt and Lucy. Doesn't seem to affect the pros as it does some of the lower level players. Sometimes that wind can come in and play, and they're just not used to it. But at this level, they're used to the wind and just putting a little bit more into the wind. And sometimes they even enjoy playing into the wind because you can drive the ball and get more of your top spin going, dropping it in and over. Really nice third shot drops coming there from Lucy. Ball's picked up, and then right in the middle.
Timeout is called here, and Scott, one thing I think we need to talk about here a little bit is that awesome interview we just had that Daniel Moore put on, right? So this is the World Pickleball Championships, and we have representatives from all over the world here, and we had Daniel Moore interviewing Simone Jardim and Ben Johns, Daniel speaking Japanese.
Right out of the gate.
Simone speaking Portuguese.
She responded in her native tongue of Portuguese.
That's right. Ben in English, right?
We say American.
American, yep. And then we switched over, had Joey Farias and Irina Tereshchenko, Joey speaking in Spanish.
Well, but what was odd is that in the second round, Daniel Moore started with English, and I didn't think Joey was going to buy into the –
yeah.
I didn't even know he paid attention. And all of a sudden, he busts out that Spanish, and then Irina, I think Russian?
Yeah, went right into Russian. And they had all their native tongues were having a conversation. And
Unbelievable.
It was pretty cool. But honestly, I only bring that up because I really do think that this is a representation of pickleball across the world. And it's so cool to know that we have all these different nationalities represented at this tournament. And I think we just, had a fun interview with them to be able to demonstrate all the languages that, they speak.
Yeah, and did we not get any comments on the Facebook about that? I figured it would be blowing up just with hysterical laughter because that was even if you didn't understand what they were saying, you just have to laugh at the fact that they were all speaking their own language. But anyway, if you didn't make a comment and you didn't see it, go back and watch it later on the replay. But
yes.
But let's get back to the action. Hollywood, this is a tightly contested matchup here. Neither team wanting to give up an inch to the other.
Yeah, it just goes to show you the importance of that timeout. They just took the timeout, and they were able to stop the momentum swing. They got 2 straight stops on it. Just lost that point, but that's the critical point there, to take some timeouts, know when you're losing the momentum or things just aren't going quite your way, and take advantage of the timeouts, and they did a nice job with that. Now we're seeing some great defense coming in, and the Newmans are just responding back. Awesome shot.
Wow, they switched. Look at them switch right there. Lindsey got that ball to roll over.
Oh, that just...
Honestly, that's got to be heartbreaking right there when you come out here and get a backhand and that thing just barely clips over, and then you end up hitting the easy one into the net. But, hey, we're human. They're not perfect. They gave everything they had on that point. Came up a little short.
Yeah, we've all been there. And I mean, that's a rare mistake for the Newmans.
Yeah, actually, she owes him a Sunday blizzard. I mean, a Sunday from McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's the first one we've seen her miss, actually. But I think she's still either winded, number one, from the play before, or she was still thinking probably about that play before. So.
Yeah, you could tell she wasn't quite focused on the next point.
Yeah.
She just overhit it a little bit,
For
being
sure.
downwind, and the ball went out.
Yeah, she actually just immediately called the timeout after missing that last one. I believe when you battle so hard for a point like that at 8-7 and it doesn't work out, sometimes you get hung up in your mind. And it's rare that they do, but I think there's just some times where you can't help yourself. You're just still thinking, because the points go quick.
Oh, yeah.
The ref doesn't wait around for you to, have a little pity party and then be over it. So she has to adjust, reset her mind, and get ready for the next point all in about a 10-second span.
Mm-hmm.
And that's tough at times.
It's very tough, especially when it doesn't happen that often because they are so precise.
Right. And you notice, like, the Newmans don't really talk during the timeout. They go their separate ways, and it works for them.
Well, we talked about the nonverbal communication, right? Being brother and sister, playing together so much in sports, knowing the inside and outs of how each other operate. It could be one look. It could be one little tiny smirk on their face to know exactly what the other person is thinking.
Absolutely. By the way, that was a great lob by Matt. Neither one able to attack that out of the air. Boy, what defense by Riley Newman.
Wow.
A little respect there from each player to give. I mean, Riley knew he had a chance there and it didn't go over, so he just immediately paddle taps and goes and sits down. I think the telltale sign for that last game was just at the end there. It was back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, just the importance of being focused on every point. I mean, when that point's over, you've got to go into the next one, and if you don't, and you don't have that same intensity and focus, you can lose the next point and then the next point, and before you know it, 2 or 3 points have gone by. So
Yeah.
You just got to let it go. Miss a point, that's just it. Go on to the next one and be ready. And
It sounds so simple and easy when we talk about it, doesn't it? But out there, it's got to be difficult for them. And I can't help but imagine that she missed that next return just because of exactly what you were saying. Like she wasn't able to quite get over that and reset. So we're going to see what happens here in Game 2. Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova able to take Game 1, 11-7. Matt got his hat on backwards, and it says it feels good. It's fun to feel good. I saw that on Kyle Yates' shirt, too. It's fun to feel good. And that's from the Jigsaw Health. That's a new company that's coming to our sport, sponsoring some of our big players, like Matt Wright. And it is fun to feel good. If you're feeling good, you're looking good. If you felt good, then it would be even better.
Feel good, looking good.
I wouldn't have known that he wasn't feeling great, but Matt's got a big smile on his face. I always love when Matt's around. He's just an awesome guy to be around. Always energetic, always got a smile, and plays his heart out, man. This guy, he goes all in all the time.
Oh,
The crazy thing about him, though, is he's an attorney, so he really doesn't get to play pickleball all that often.
Didn't know that about him, but he's got such a happy demeanor about him.
He does.
And it's fun to see that. This sport, bottom line still is it's still pickleball. You've got to enjoy it. The fans love coming out here and watching these players have a good time. And
100%.
we've got a really good crowd out here right now.
Boy, what an effort by Matt. He got there in a hurry. Unfortunately, that ball was scooting.
We're going to see if there's a difference here with the wind. Again, we've mentioned it is downwind now to the Newmans. They're hitting into the wind. We'll see if there's an advantage. The sun's out a little bit, mostly cloudy here, so it's not a huge factor. But sometimes it doesn't take much of a factor to make a difference.
Yeah, I'd like to think that the pros at this level don't use the weather as an excuse per se, but you're right. Factors will play in on each side. You know, sometimes people play on one side and they feel better. They see the ball a little better. You switch sides, maybe you don't see it quite as well on the other side. So I'm curious, too, about that, you know, how these pros handle some of these side changes and things like that.
Really nice lob by Matt there. Pushing him back to the baseline. The Newmans are back and right down the middle. Found the opening.
Well, I think he's catching on. The Newmans like to shoot out to the hard angles, and they do a great job of defending that. But right there, Matt recognizing there's a big gap in the middle, so well done.
Seen a few more lobs in this match.
I was going to say, we don't see.
It's interesting to see that. And
yeah.
And not, they're great lobs, too. They are just landing within a foot of the baseline. They're not giving their opponents a chance to backpedal and hit an overhead.
But you're exactly right. We don't normally see this many lobs, but I like that they're mixing it up and keeping things fresh. Oh, wow. What a shot right there.
Boy, Lucy was ready for that.
She was.
Backhand. She just made them pay for it.
Yeah, she made them pay, and she was excited. You heard that verbal let's go or whatever, the excitement. It's because she's dialed in right now. She's focused.
Yeah, and the Newmans have seen enough of this right now. They're going to take a timeout, try to regroup, see if they can stop the momentum.
Did you ever discover if anybody made any comments about the interview with the foreign languages?
Yeah, there were a couple people that definitely liked it and appreciated it. They liked the fact that we were including the fact that there was multi ethnicities that were represented here, and the fact that they were all talking in their native language. So got some good positive feedback on that.
That's awesome.
All right, we're getting ready to get started here again. Lucy's ready to go. She's bouncing around there, waiting, and Ed's giving them the signal. They're giving us thumbs up here. We're good to go. Good play at the net right there. This is a nice job of her serves. Are nice and very, very deep. That was really nice. Nice defensive position there, boy. When you want to start that ball going up a little bit quicker and faster, it'll come back twice as fast many times. Great angle, and now the defense. All right. Riley upset at himself. He knew he should have got that ball back. It wasn't that difficult of a shot for him. Just a little bit. I think maybe into the wind might have affected it just a tiny bit for him. Little cross-court battle here. It's a rare miss by Matt. He's smiling at that. He knows better. He'll get 99 out of 100 of those typically. Oh, yeah. Good defense, some good power up there. Seeing a lot of the two-handed backhand is very interesting.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday, where both the Newmans use a semi-western grip, and so especially when they're up at the line, you really need that other hand to really properly position that paddle to block and not let it pop up. But they seem to do it two-handed forehands as well. They really like the two-handed shots.
Matt and Lucy on a mission right now to just get this done in 2, and they're having a lot of success right now against the Newmans. The Newmans are frustrated a little bit, and they've got to figure out a way to change some momentum. Right now, they're just getting attacked over and over and over, and it's not going well for them. They're not playing the defense that they normally are able to because the ball is kind of hanging up there a little more than they'd like. So they got to do something to change this up here. That's a great shot. Maybe it's that shot that changes it up for him.
Yeah, they went in behind Matt that time because he'd been overplaying so much. They put it down the line on him, which was a very, very smart play. Okay, the shot was good. Lindsey tried to duck under it. Almost did the splits on that shot. And had enough topspin on that ball that stayed in. Confirming. That's what the Newmans needed right there. They needed to try to stop it. Matt and Lucy feel they look very comfortable out there right now. They feel like look like they feel very comfortable and in control of the game. Newman seem like they're pressing just a little bit. That's a nice attack by Lucy. Ball was up just a little bit, tacked it. Wow.
Fast hands up there.
Wow, that was really impressive. For as tall as he is, to be able to get down that low and hit a nice shot. Mixing it up a little bit right now. Just waiting for someone there, picked up the pace and trying to force that a little bit too much maybe. Maybe have a little bit more patience. Wait for that ball to get popped up. That's 2 in the net right there. And they're going to take another timeout.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Try and regroup there.
So many teams don't do that, and they need to use and take advantage of those timeouts. When you start feeling that the game's starting to slip away from you, take advantage. Take the timeout, regroup, talk it over a little bit, put a stop to it. Sometimes you get 4, 5, 6 points in a row, and by then it's almost too late.
Hollywood, I disagree. It's never too late.
Never too late.
No, but in all honesty, you're right. The timeouts don't get utilized a lot of times, and the pros do such a good job of knowing exactly when they need to strategically take these timeouts. A lot of it's feel. You know, they feel the momentum slipping, or maybe they just have a crazy play. They don't come out on top. They might need a breather. They just know. They seem to know when to utilize those. And hopefully at 9-2, this timeout will prove to be something they needed to get back in it.
Well, the consistency of Matt and Lucy right now, I think, is a big factor here. They're just not making very many mistakes at all. And as I say that, Lucy hits one right there into the net.
It's the commentator curse.
Yeah, but that's very rare for them. So we'll see if Matt can get a second
Just
chance
don't
here.
brag on them anymore. That's what we found out.
Don't say anything good about anybody.
The second you do, they'll miss it.
There they go. Matt took care of business there, got the point. Great defense by the Newmans there. Matt was trying to finish it, couldn't quite get it done. Oh, beautiful. Switched hands to his left hand. Riley switched paddle hands there and took an overhead.
Yeah, it seems
Very
like the
nice.
Newmans are pressing hard now, right?
They're feeling a little bit of the pressure. There's no way you can't feel that when you're out here, and trying to figure out what you can do against Matt and Lucy is not an easy task. You just need to continue to grind this thing out.
Garrett Meyer, Dean Weaver, you will start your next game on court 16. Garrett Meyer, Dean Weaver, you will start your game on court 16.
There we go. Matt came over, picked it up, got a nice pressure shot.
Matt just makes that look so easy to do.
Mhm.
He jammed up Lindsey without look like very little effort from Matt to do that, and that obviously is the tough thing to do. So
True. A lot of these shots, they just make it look so easy when you get out there and try it that it just doesn't work the same for us.
That's a really good point, yeah.
There's another one of those lobs. Well defended. Great defense. Boy, the Newmans go back so quickly to take position in a defensive stance back at the baseline. They're really quick to retreat, and they're so good back there. They're one of the best teams defending. Well,
It wasn't
That's the end
exactly
of the
the
game.
ending. Yeah, it wasn't the ending I was expecting to be able to have there, but obviously the Newmans probably a little bit of frustration in the results of that match, and